Yo, what's going on everyone? Tex here. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made my custom map concept for Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, you may have seen this on the Reddit or in the thumbnail of the video or, just anywhere on the internet. Anyway, I'm just going to go through the steps that I went to complete this and show you guys some tips and tricks if you didn't know it already. So the first thing I did was I set up a grid. So, if I remove this, there's a grid here, but if I'm going to make my own, I have to remove this grid, and I have to make my own. So what I've done is I've made blue there, I've made my own grids, so I can work with that now, and I can put the grids over my current layer. The second thing I've done is I've made like a rough island outline. It doesn't have to be nowhere near perfect, just a rough outline of what I want my island to look like. A rough, you get what I mean, just a rough sketch of what I want to achieve in the final outcome. The next things I've done is I've gone to the old Fortnite map, gone to the corners, and I've slowly started adding in my own corners to this map. So if I skip to the end here, you've got my island pretty much made out of the corners of the other map. Now I tweak this a lot to get it perfect. I can't speak at the moment. To get it to perfection, I mean, you have to tweak it a lot. You have to blend it. You have to move things. You have to erase things. It's a lot of tweaking and little fiddling you have to do with these outlines. After that, I've got another project here. What I've done is I've erased the, as you can see, there's little if I just zoom in here. Here we go. There's little sand parts, I guess you could call it, coming off the edge. I've kind of smoothed these out, not to perfection yet, but I've made them look a little bit better. And I've removed the river, the sand out of the river. So I've just taken that out completely because we don't want sand in the river. In the next one, you can see that I've just removed it there. Next thing I've done is I've gone to the old map, so back from here, taken a chunk out of it and basically covered the map in that chunk, and just copy and pasted it out so it fills the island. Doesn't have to fit with the edges for now. It can just be there. So as you can see, there's just the edges, just these and that. So yeah. Next thing I've done is I have created, I guess you could call it like a filter over that grass to get the terrain that I want. So over here I've got snow, over here I've got my volcano and kind of the ashes all around here. I've got forest biome over here, if you can kind of tell. I don't know if you can tell there, kind of. And you've got like a jungle biome over here. I know, just more of a greenish biome over here. So yeah, that was pretty easy. What you got to do is you got to go to image, adjustments, and replace color. And then you can just mess around with the hue and the saturation and get the color that you want. Next thing I've done is I've kind of flattened out the spots where I want to have objects, buildings. So for the point of interest, I've just flattened it out with just normal grass, went to the object spaces that I want, and made some room for them pretty much. So in this next one, this is where it starts to get a little bit technical. You've got the pathways. Now what you want to do is you want to go to the old map and you want to grab the pathways, grab a few different ones from the old map, and kind of just place them on here as your own. You've got to switch them around a bit. You've got to rotate them, flip them, do all sorts of things to get them working with your current design for your map. I've also added 1, 2, and 3 bridges because I've got 2 separate islands. So I've made 3 different gateways to the islands, which is, I think, enough, considering players can build over, because of the building mechanics, launch pads, you know what I mean. In this next one, it's a save of where I started to add in the buildings. So as you can see over here, I've just taken rough buildings out of the other map. I haven't tweaked the buildings too much to make them different. As you can see, there's racetrack, there's our soccer pitch over here. If we go over here, we got shipping containers, And yeah, so that's just pretty basic. And then I've got all the letters for the map here. And then in the final project, as you can see, I've just laid out the letters as to where I want my things to be, created custom names to give an idea of what they could be, what could be changed, and then just tweaked around with a few things, and that's the final outcome for my concept. If this wasn't clear enough, feel free to message me. I know I went through this a bit fast, but pretty much just refer off the old map a lot. Kind of base your ideas. You got to think about gameplay. You got to think about all those sorts of things. You know, it can't be unrealistic. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite ones I've done so far because it looks neat and I think it would play out pretty well too if it was in the game. Anyway, yeah, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing more of these probably in the future if I have time. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.